Chat. Chat, look at this. Look at this. Chat, look at this here. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Look at that. Look at how the trail. You know what I'm saying? Look at how the trails look, guys. Look at that going across the world. Chat, that's the Nimbus right there. Look, see, look, that is the Nimbus. That's actually the Nimbus, bro. Chat, you know what this means. I pulled up a drawing that Fenyo did just now. Technically it doesn't confirm anything, but you see Roshi, he got the little dragon stone right there. You know what I'm saying? He got the little dragon stone right there. You know, look who's down. Look who it is. Look who it is, chat. It's King Piccolo. Now listen, chat. Let me play these real quick.
Make them worldwide. Make King Piccolo worldwide. Make people mad. People are like, no, but it's original Dragon Ball. It's not hype. Shut. You haven't seen the show. Basically, people like that have not. I guarantee you, most of them have not watched the original Dragon Ball because King Piccolo arc was so good. Junior arc was so good. Like original Dragon, bro. Y'all. So they could make a lot of money from this. I think King Piccolo. I'm a big King Piccolo fan. I think he deserves an LR. Like you asked me, like should King Piccolo be an anniversary character? Fuck it. Like I'd make him. I'd make this anniversary.
We're getting him, chat. We're getting my GOAT King Piccolo. I know I can turn the music on now, but yeah, essentially what this video is gonna be. This is gonna be my concept for a Demon King Piccolo LR Dokkan SLR along with a banner unit, because I'm so excited for this guy, because I actually think it's gonna be King Piccolo and King Goku. I think it's time. Did I just say King Goku? I'm sorry, Kid Goku. I'm excited. Sorry. So, all right. So the LR is basically, right, it's going to be kind of like an LR Turles situation, where it's going to be Elder King Piccolo, and he's going to have Symbol, and he's going to have Drum with him. So the name is going to be Wrath of the Resurrected Demon Clan, Demon King Piccolo, Elder Demon Clan. So it's going to be like, again, LR Turles situation, where he has Drum and Symbol with him. Tambourine is the banner unit, by the way, just to let you know. That's why he's not here. Tambourine is the banner unit. I figured he did the most, so I figured he was the one that probably deserved his own unit the most. The reason I really did that is because when this guy gets an easy A, obviously the Demon King Piccolo Elder is going to be taken up, so that's why I have Demon Clan on there. And then this is like taken up for young Demon King Piccolo, and these two could get their easy A's very soon. So that's why I made this like a joint unit. Link skills, actually, oh yeah, they're extreme physical, by the way, just because I don't, the real like extreme physical release we got this year was Rose, and I'm kind of like thinking about it, and I feel like Rose might be the worst like major extreme release of any of the types this year, because actually, I mean, I guess they could have been Tech, but we also have this guy, right? So let me not say that. I just didn't pick Tech because this guy exists, right? And he's gonna be a ZCA. But out of those four types, I think Rose has the worst one. I think Fat Boo's better. I think Broly's probably better. And I think Cellmax is probably better. Cellmax is definitely better. There's no way Cellmax isn't better. But I actually, just today, figured out that Demon King Piccolo does not have big bad bosses. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe they will give him, but I just gave him this. This is the same link set that, this guy has, except Revival's brutal beatdown because of, Symbol and Drum being here. So, hopefully they change their mind and give him big bad bosses for whatever reason. I don't know if they will, but, I mean, that'd be cool. But, yeah, I mean, they have the Dragon Ball Saga links here to help them with Dragon Ball Saga. Demonic Ways, mostly gonna be, like, a link among, like, Piccolos and a few, I mean, there are a few Gohans on there, but I don't think you're really going to be running any Gohans with this guy. Brutal Beatdown is just kind of like a villain link. And then obviously Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. And then Nightmares is a decent villain link. So their leader skill here, I think this is a pretty powerful leader skill. It's going to be Terrifying Conquerors, this is my main focus because of HL Frieza's team. HL Frieza needs Terrifying Conquerors, but he doesn't lead Terrifying Conquerors. So I had this guy straight up lead it. Worldwide Chaos and Dragon Ball Saga. Key 3, attack defense was 170%. This is the main part. For the 30%, I just have Extreme Class on here. So, basically, every single Terrifying Conquerors, and basically, I think almost every single Worldwide Chaos character is on here. I think it's every single Worldwide Chaos character on here, and then every DB Saga villain. That is, like, really good. This guy's gonna have a really great leader skill if it's like this, and they add this part. I guess this is kind of balanced out with how his links are, because his links are not that great. But I think definitely I would give him a type of leader skill, and then Goku could have like a mirror where he has like a few categories, and then he has like super class 30%, and then also Dragon Ball Seekers in full power is the other two. So I have the 200% leader up here, which right, you can't like put extreme class in here, unfortunately. So discounting the extreme class portion of 30%, this is everyone on the 200% leader skill. We have Roshi, we have Bunny Bulma, we have the new Mai, we have Kid Goku, and then we have the Kid Goku who could possibly get his Super DBZ for the celebration. And as well, we have pretty much all the important Dragon Ball Saga characters on here. Yamcha and Puar, EZA is on here. Tech Piccolo, well, obviously Tech Piccolo is going to be on here, but his EZA could be good. LR Bulma's on here. And then we have like a few other things as well. We have LR Ginyu, we have Vegeta, we have some Friezas, we have the Ginyus on here, we have Golden Frieza, we have Cell. I mean, I think even just discounting, we have Garlic Jr. I want Garlic Jr.'s EZA could be very interesting. But discounting the extreme class portion, this is what the leader skill looks like. If we just take a look at just the categories with extreme class, look at this. Let's start at the top. All of these units, every single one of them, is on a 200% leader skill, which, I mean, might not seem that crazy. But again, we have, first form Frieza's here. This is going to be, probably would be his new home. We have the Int Golden Frieza, which I don't know if you're going to run him on here. I don't know how many Super Bosses on here, so maybe not. I guess if a Junior could make a bit of a comeback, you could try and use him. I think he'd be pretty decent. The new Mai, I actually have no clue what the new Mai does. If she's ass, I have no idea, but I'm just going to assume she's good, so I'm just going to mention her. Again, keeping it pillow, please, already on there. The LR Coolers, who are going to get their EZA, like, relatively soon. We have LR Baby, which also we should be getting a new Baby at some point, so that'll help. Babidi and Dabura are pretty decent for a free unit. And obviously, yeah, Golden Frieza. And I would say Ginyu, but you're not going to be using him on here. Go back to categories. Where is this? Is this in the green section? I think so. Yeah. Worldwide Chaos. Yeah, basically all these guys. We have the Int Fat Boo, Rose, Zamasu, all the cells. Like, this is like the ultimate villain leader skill, I feel like, almost. Probably even better than Tech Zamasu's, because technically, I guess Broly probably wouldn't be on here, right? But, I mean, basically everybody, every other villain is on here. Like, I guess not Cell Max, though. That does kind of suck. Cell Max does kind of suck not being on here, but, I mean, everyone else is on here. I mean, Cell Max is the best villain, but, I mean, they could probably put him in some way if they want to change up the leader skill. But, yeah. And then, obviously, DB Saga, I don't really have to pull out. It's just, like, all the Red Ribbon Army guys. Which will be decent to help out. I can close these tabs now. So, yeah, these are the categories. I kept them the same as the DKP, the LR DKP, but I added Joint Forces, because, obviously, he has a clan with them. The thing is about units like this is, if you go to, like, units like Amon and Raisin, they don't have movie bosses, but the LR Turles with Crusher Corps, they do have movie bosses. So I'm not sure how the categories are going to be shared between these guys, so I just left everything here. I don't expect, if they were to actually make this the unit, I don't expect them to have all these categories. But I wasn't exactly sure which ones to leave out, so. The Super Attack, I'm going to talk about the animations, by the way, because I don't want to get copyrighted, so. Spawn of the Demon King, this is basically just going to be Symbol and Drum attacking. Raise defense, causes damage to enemy, lowers attack. I should mention this guy's meant to be a slot 1, that's why he's going to be raising defense and greatly raising defense on the 18 key. But my 12 key attack is basically just going to be like the various attacks of the various like melee attacks of like Symbol and Drum. I guess mostly what Symbol did was just like the lightning blast thing, but then Drum did do some stuff against Tien. And Ultra Super Attack double Mokosen. If you remember, I believe it's this guy's 18 key. Is this? But what I'm like thinking for it is obviously Drum would do a little attack. Then this is when Symbol would do like his little lightning blast thing to hold the enemy in place, while King Piccolo like launches this attack. So you have greatly raised defense, Mega Colossal, and then a high chance of stunning. I put the high chance of stunning just because obviously it's gonna be Symbol doing like the lightning attack, you know, like lightning stunning. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So for the passive skill. Long-awaited return for Resurrection. Activates the entrance animation once only. So the entrance for this guy is going to be like just him talking on the ship, talking about how he's about to restore his youth, and he's also gonna like spit out the eggs for Symbol and Drum, and they'll be born. So that will be the intro. Reduce damage received by 36 before attacking for 1 turn. So in slot 1 before he attack. Again, he's supposed to be slot 1, so just gets that for the first turn before he attacks. Reduces damage received by 16% for the rest of battle, and also all allies attack defense plus 16%. So he is going to have this 16% is for the entire battle, and then this 36% is just for the first turn. And this is all activated. You have to have a Terrifying Conqueror or DB Saga category ally, which usually for these like support type intros, you do need a ally if they're going to be permanent, right? But I don't think either of these is going to be bad. I feel like one of these two, like every team you run this guy on is going to have one of these, I feel like. So, and then, right, so we got Key plus 6 and attack defense was 266%. So, Key plus 6, he doesn't have a Keep or Key Sphere mechanic, he just gets 6 Key for free. Plus additional attack and defense, plus 66%. When performing a super attack, and he gets an additional 66% if it's an 18 Key. He just has guard regularly, so similar to the AGL Broly. Again, he's meant to be slot 1, so he's going to have a bunch of defensive stuff. Additional damage reduction of 16% before attacking. So, on the average turn of battle, like first... Well, actually, no, because it's super type. So, let's just go first turn, right? So, the first turn of battle, before attacking, he's going to have 68% damage reduction with guard. So, he should definitely be okay against most bosses, I think. And if you see here, Key plus 1, defense plus 20, and damage reduction rate of 6% with each attack performed. This is just normal attack, not super attacks. He can get up to 8 Key, 160% defense, so he needs a total of 8 attacks for those, and then 36% damage reduction. He needs 6 attacks for the 36% damage reduction. Obviously, you're not gonna have this after you attack, obviously. So just on the average turn of this guy with his intro up, so yeah, 32%, 62%, yeah, 68. He's gonna have 68% damage reduction before attacking again, obviously, because this is just the same as this. So, but except this will be after he attacks too. So, right after he attacks, he'll have 52% damage reduction still, and obviously he's gonna be raising defense. So this guy should be very defensively powerful, which again is what I'm trying to go for here, because villains probably, I mean, a lot of villains do need that. So, especially AGL Frieza's team doesn't have like a amazing slot 1, so I think this guy could definitely provide. He gets 2 additional attacks, each with a high chance of becoming a super attack. Reason it's just 2 for free is just because obviously, you know, 2 of his children are on the card, so it's like basically it's 1 attack for each. So the first attack and then these 2, it's 1 attack for each character on the card, and then he just gets another additional attack, super attack when keys 20 or more, similar to like the AGO Blue Boys or the LR Gods. Attacks 60% and high chance of performing a critical hit when there's a Terrifying Conqueror's category ally attack at the same turn. Again, this should not be a bad condition, especially because if you have the banner unit with him, my concept for the banner unit with him, you have like Junior with him, you have First Form Frieza with him, you have Dodoria with him, you have like a potential SGR Bojack and SGR Trillis EZAs with him that might come out. You have one of these 2 guys, EZAs, potential EZAs with him. That should not be very hard to activate. Plus, it's not like a vital buff that he needs, it's just extra attack, which, I mean, it would be nice, but you don't really need that to survive, per se. And then, I just tacked on a little support at the end. I didn't make the support too crazy, because obviously he already gives support in his intro, and then just key 2 and 20% attack. So I think this is a pretty good passive for his first form, very defensive, should be very good to go. Now, once you feel like you stacked up comfortably enough, you have all of this, which I don't know if the damage reduction carries over. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But if it does carry over, he might be too powerful considering what's going to happen this next passive. But let's just assume it doesn't, right? Which I think that's how it works. It just stays, it's only in the base form. Active skill is Rejuvenation. He restores the youth of power of Dragon Balls. Can be started from the 3rd turn for the start of battle when there's a Terrifying Conquerors or Dragon Ball Saga category ally. So, same as the intro on the team. And then, or just after 7 or more attacks have been performed, if you happen to be running them off one of those teams for some reason, which, obviously 7 attacks, 7 Dragon Balls. I was gonna make it turn 7, but that's way too long. As the alternate condition, but obviously, when I say that, this was still gonna be a thing the whole time, but I was just saying, like, the 7 turns would be the other condition, but that was too much, so I mean, you look at this, 55%. So this guy's physical, he does have 5 additional, so he has 10% chance to additional. But let's just say no skill ups, no anything. Minimum amount of attacks you do a turn is 3. So I think the latest you can get this is turn 7. That's the absolute latest. Like if you get him turn 1, obviously if you get him turn 3, it's going to be until turn 9 if you don't have. But again, that's like worst case scenario where you don't have one of these allies. You never get to 20 key, and then you just you never get the hidden potential. Which, I mean, doing 3 or 4 attacks, you should activate even like a 5 additional once in a while. So, on average, you should be getting this if, say, you don't have one of these 2 allies for whatever reason, which I don't know. They actually fixed this. I'm missing a word. But if for some reason you're running them on a team without one of these, you should just be able to get this like turn 5 on average. And obviously, if you're like running him on one of the teams he's supposed to be ran on, he's going to be getting this turn 3, and you can just transfer whenever you want, or you just can keep stacking with this because the base form is very defensively capable, so you can just stack with defense as long as you want and then go into this guy. But this guy does also have a stacking aspect to him. So this is for the art. Sorry about like the kind of like crummy, I guess like the kind of like muddy quality. This was before they started doing the official HD Arts for Heroes cards. But I'm thinking like this could be the art where he's like trying to block the punch, and then the matching art for the Kid Goku, which I didn't make a kit for him, but like in my head, it's like a TN exchange into Kid Goku or something like that, or like a Kid Goku that like drinks the magic water, like the Ultra Super Divine Water, I think it's called, and then that could be his matching art, and then his active skill could be like the big punch, or it could be like a standby like revival attack thing. I don't know. We'll see. But this is young Gaming King Piccolo, so super attacks now they raise attack. And this is because, as you'll see later, he does have an attacking active skill. So this is to help him raise up. And that's why I said there's a stacking aspect of this guy. So if you want to keep, it's depending, if you want to be safe and you want to keep stacking defense with this guy, or if you want to build up to a monster attack active skill with these. So Demon Rush is just going to be like a collection of melee attacks that he did against Kid Goku. Like the main thing I'm thinking of is like that punch where he like punches him in the back. That's like the main one I think of for this. Raise attack, defense for 1 turn, colossal damage. Very basic super attack effects. Same with this. Explosive Demon Wave. This is like the one-handed blast that he does against Kid Goku. And that, I think that one time Kid Goku, like, elbows him in the chest before he does it. That's the attack I'm thinking of. This greatly raises attack, so it's the same as this, except with defense, it's attack. And then he raises defense for 1 turn, Mega Colossal, and then he greatly lowers attack. Is because this guy has the same attack. And obviously, I mean, they could give a new version of this attack because this guy's animation is pretty old. I just gave him greatly lowers attack because this guy has the same attack and he also greatly lowers attack. So, yep. Restoration of the Prime Demon King. So this guy is actually an orb changer akin to this guy. I did borrow a few mechanics from this guy just to make him kind of similar. And the one thing I'm kind of worried about is like these two would be like would very much clash with the orb changing. But I mean, this guy only needs like any key spheres. Well, when he EZAs, I have no idea, but might change. So changes the type of key sphere, physical excluded the physical key sphere. So this is just for the entire time when he's transformed. And then he changes another type of key spheres, physical excluded for rainbow key spheres for the first 3 turns after transforms. So basically, his first 2 turns as young Demon King Piccolo, he's going to be also changing a type of key sphere. Obviously, physical excluded to accommodate for these to rainbow. And you'll see why that matters later. Key plus 8, so he gets additional plus 2 key, and then attack and defense plus 306%, and then additional attack and defense plus 166% when performing a super attack. That's not split into 18 key or whatever, it's just going to be 1 buff. He retains the guard, again, similar to AGL Broly, where he just has guard to the old points. This is another mechanic I borrowed from this guy. This guy reduces damage received by, wait, where is this? Oh, wait, no, I'm not on the right form, sorry. Yeah, this one, 5 turns. This guy only does it for the first 3 turns, but he permanently reduces by 46% from after that. This guy does technically get 50% after his turns, but he needs key spheres, so. And plus, this guy has guard anyway, so he should be fine. And this is not before attacking. This is just throughout the turn. Launches additional super attack just for free. Performs a critical hit when key is 24 when launching the active skill, which is a active skill, as I mentioned earlier. So this is where the orb stuff comes in. This is a mechanic the Dark King Few has. All extreme class allies attack defense plus 10% with every physical key sphere obtained, or with every 2 type key spheres obtained up to 60%. So he does get a little extra. He does get an extra 10% compared to Dark King Few. And his orbs changing obviously is not restricted, so that he doesn't have to be like on a team or anything. He just gets that for free no matter what. Launches additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack and reduces damage received by 6% with every rainbow key sphere obtained. Up to 3 attacks and 30% damage reduction. So, if you get the mythical 5 rainbow orb turn on his first 3 turns, you're going to have 96% damage reduction. You're not taking damage. And also, in general, so the thing that I thought of with this is like you have to choose like, do you want the type orbs to support your allies? Do your allies need support, or do you want to get damage reduction for this guy? Generally, you're probably gonna go for the rainbow orbs, but I think there are situations where you may want to give support to the allies because they could get hit pretty hard, and they might need some extra defense. But this guy would be fine even with a little less damage reduction. So like you want to get like a mix of type and then rainbow orbs. And then he just gives extreme class allies key plus 6. He doesn't give stats because this is where the stats comes from. But he just gives key 6. This also should apply to himself. So this guy's just not going to have key problems ever. Like, because he's changing his own orbs. So he's just never going to have key problems. The reason why I was talking about this being overpowered if it stayed after transformation, which again, I believe it doesn't, is because if you come in the turn, right, you have all this built up. And then you have this. You already have over 100% damage reduction. So, first 3 turns, I think this stays in the base form. I'm like 98% sure. But for the first 3 turns, if that's not the case, first 3 turns, you're literally invincible. You can't take damage. And then, if you get rainbow orbs, you're probably still invincible anyway, even when it goes down to 46%. But, this guy's I made this guy pretty good. I've mentioned in a lot of videos that I want Demon King Piccolo to be a Dokkan SLR, so obviously I want this guy to be good, so I made him really good. And then active skill is the explosive Demon Light Cannon, which is this guy's 18 key. It's the move that he destroys the city with, where he like charges it and he like has his arm crossed over his face. He does like a little flex and then he throws it down. Actually, I made that in AoE, or not that, this. He doesn't have any additional effects besides raising the attack temporarily, but I did give him ultimate damage instead of Mega Colossal. That's why I didn't give him an additional effect on this, just because ultimate damage to all enemies. Again, this is going to be hit really hard because he sacks attack. So, generally, you're not going to be in a fight with like a ton of characters, unless like this worldwide they want to drop like a hard fight where you fight Demon King Piccolo and like all of his minions, or like a hard Red Ribbon fight where you fight a bunch of the shoulders at the same time. So, but still, this is going to hit, like, diabolically hard against one enemy, too, because, remember, this does crit as well. This is guaranteed crit, so, yeah, it's going to be hit pretty hard. Overall, yeah, like, the summary for this guy starts out with these guys, very defensive. Then he transforms. Still should be defensive capable if you get him the right orbs. And first 3 turns, he should be fine as well. But this guy, like, switches to a more, like, Juggernaut offensive type character. But it can still perform defensively. As well as both forms do support extreme class allies, which I think is good because villains could use a lot of support. Alright. Now we're going to end off with, oh yeah, actually before I remember, before I forget, there's one animation that I was kind of hoping to get if it was just going to start as this guy. But this might be a support memory. I just wanted to mention this. This is my favorite King Piccolo scene. I picked the manga so I don't get copyrighted. This is my favorite scene of King Piccolo, like, of all time. Like, he just, like they tell him, like, oh, you can't enter, you know, he's like, fuck it, bro, I am the king now. Like, he just, it just goes through, like, this is so badass, bro. Like, he's actually him. This is why I love King Piccolo. He does not care, bro. Like, that shit is so sick. Hopefully, if we do get a standalone young King Piccolo, he has that as, like, an intro or something. But I just want that to be in the game, preferably as a voice animation. Finally, we're going to go ahead and talk about the banner unit here. This guy's pretty simple. Start with minion of the Demon King Tambourine. I figured he should be the one to get his own unit because Tambourine was a menace. He was actually crazy. So, he has a similar link skill to King Piccolo. I gave him more than meets the eye because, it was Drum that had it. It really fit him, but I just gave him because Drum. What the fuck? I just didn't know what else to give him. Shut up. Leader skill, no one cares. He only has 3 categories, but he is on all the important ones for King Piccolo. Super attack is the Super Marangeki. This is what Tenkaichi 3 calls his rush attack, which is his ultimate. Just very basic super attack effect. I didn't really do anything crazy with this, but it is basically like gonna be a mix of like the attacks that he used when he was killing all the World Tournament participants, like when he stomped on Krillin's head, where I kicked the shit out of Giron, where he did like the rapid punches against King Choppa. Like, I just want it to be like a compilation of like a bunch of the attacks he did to murder all the tournament participants. And now for the passive skill, Demon Child's Killing Spree, attack defense 166%, plus additional attack defense plus 100% when performing a super attack. Great chance to evade enemies' attacks, which including super attacks, which is baseline. I figured he'd be more of a dodge character than like a super defensive guard damage reduction character, because he's kind of like a slippery assassin. I think that makes sense for him. All allies, this is the most interesting part about his passive. All allies keep +2 in attack defense plus 20% for 2 turns after evading an attack. So he gives 2-turn support. He gives a small 2-turn support to all of his allies after he dodges an attack. I made this 2 turns because I feel like generally you might have this guy as a floater. So I have it carry over to the next turn as well. And then he launches initial super attack and chance of evading enemy's attack plus 10% when there's a Piccolo ally attacking in the same turn. So obviously, like, this is directed toward teams Demon King Piccolo, but I guess it works for like Junior, like Orange Piccolo too. So he's gonna have baseline 80%, and if you have like full dodge in him, I don't exactly remember. And he's I forgot to mention he's STR, by the way. But I don't remember how like the hit potential exactly adds up with the dodge. But if you have this guy full dodge, and you have a Piccolo on the turn, he's rarely gonna get hit. Basically, I think he's gonna have like an 86-something% chance to dodge, so he should be pretty fine. High chance of performing a critical and reduces damage received by 36 when HP 30% or above. I just made it 30% or above because this guy was like very cocky. He was like very I guess like on top of his game when he was like killing all the guys. But when he was put on the back foot by Goku, he had to retreat. Yeah, I mean that's why I made it like that. So like when he's not on the back foot, he's stronger. And then he gives just regular support to his allies. And then I did give him a melee counter. So obviously, again, anime, I'm gonna get copyrighted, so I can't show this. But when he was killing Bacterian like went for a punch, and then Tambourine blocked it with his hand, and then electrocuted Bacterian. So that's what the melee nullification would be, or not? It's a counter because it does damage. But I thought that was kind of bad. I was rewatching like him killing all of the tournament participants. I thought that was kind of badass, so I wanted to put that in as a counter. But I'm gonna actually go to this art. This is my favorite art. But yeah, that's the Demon King Piccolo and Tambourine concepts. If this, okay, I don't know if I'll do a Kid Goku concept because it'd have to be later in the week, which I don't really have access to my PC. I would have to record it on my phone. But I mean, I guess if this does well enough, I'll do a Kid Goku concept and like I'll do like a Kid Goku that drinks the water as the active skill, and then like a Tien banner unit as a concept. If this does well enough, or if you guys just want to see it, just let me know, and I'll do a Kid Goku, and I'm gonna do a Kid Goku concept with a Tien banner unit. So that is gonna be it for me. Let me close these tabs. I don't need these anymore. Oops. That'll be it for me. Thank you guys so much for sticking by and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys are excited for this worldwide as I am.